Good morning, my name's Emma Packer. Thank you for attending my presentation today. I'm a Year 3 teacher at Townsville School and I'm hosting this discussion today surrounding inclusive education and practices and what this can look like for a student with oppositional defiance disorder in the classroom. As educators, we have a legal duty to ensure that students with a disability can access a curriculum and participate in education on the same basis as their peers who do not have a disability. We are legally bound by the Disability Discrimination Act and the Disability Standards for Education. Essentially, it's imperative that we as teachers are promoting inclusivity and acceptance in our classrooms so all learners can access meaningful learning. Oppositional defiance disorder, also referred to as ODD, is a recognised behavioural disorder characterised by persistent patterns of argumentative and defiant behaviour, angry or irritable moods, and vindictiveness. ODD falls under the broader category of emotional and behavioural disorders. Students with ODD often present unique challenges in the classroom settings due to their difficulties with authority, impulse control, and emotional regulation. Unfortunately, these students are frequently subjected to rigid, zero-tolerance policies that don't consider the nature of their disability, which leads to disproportionate and unfair consequences. Emotional and behavioural disorders are broad and can have impacts on a student's emotions, judgment, and behaviour. Response to intervention Tier 1 and 2 support for a student with ODD may include establishing clear and consistent classroom rules, providing frequent and specific feedback, using proximity to control and prevent escalation, and identifying their individual triggers along with their likely response. Often students with ODD can require multiple modes of instructional delivery, and adjustments to a classroom environment can be very beneficial at reducing these sensory triggers. The evidence-based strategy I'm going to be discussing today is self-monitoring strategies. This tool involves students observing, recording, and reflecting on their own behaviours combined with structured and productive conversations with their teacher. This strategy is applicable to students with ODD at any primary school age and can be easily tailored to meet the student's needs and interests. There are many ways to implement self-monitoring strategies in the classroom for all ages. I've included some examples of previous self-monitoring strategy trials on the PowerPoint. Today I'm going to be demonstrating a combination of these strategies using a behavioural checklist or chart for a Year 3 student with ODD. This chart is for my student Stuart and it's called Footsteps to Success. This self-monitoring strategy has two components. First, Stuart uses a laminated mountain to move his avatar or character or token of his choice up the mountain based on how he feels his behaviour went or is going during a session. Second, a laminated behaviour chart which always remains on my desk, where Stuart and I will have a brief check-in at the end of each lesson, where together we'll decide whether his behaviour has earned a smiley face, a neutral face, or a sad face. Do you want to come over here and we'll have a quick chat about the morning session before you go to lunch? You get to choose, do you want to start first or should I start first? I don't care, you say it. Okay, I'll go first. I saw some really great moments in class today, like when you started cleaning up without me having to ask you to do so. That was really respectful. But I also noticed during the independent writing part of the lesson that you didn't participate. So I think that on the mountain, I'd place it in the middle section. Do you think that sounds fair, or would you put it somewhere else? Whatever, I don't like the chart anyways. That's okay, you don't have to like it. It's just a tool to help me track things. I'll mark it for now in the middle, but if you change your mind, we can update it later. You've just got to let me know. Fine, I choose the middle then. Good choice. I think you made some green choices throughout the lesson, but I know that you can keep making more respectful choices throughout the whole lesson. Should we add the neutral face on your behaviour chart? Do you want to do it? Yes. Okay, thanks for having this conversation with me, Stuart. I can see that we've started on a neutral face. Hopefully we'll move to a smiley face for the rest of the day. Go have fun at lunch. Self-monitoring and reflection strategies are a powerful tool for helping students take ownership of their learning and behaviour in the classroom. These approaches promote independence, build emotional awareness, and support the development of a growth mindset. As Dr. Carol Dweck highlights, students who adopt a growth mindset are more likely to learn from their mistakes and persist through challenges. When implemented as a whole class approach, tools such as behavioural checklists and self-reflection charts not only support individual development but also contribute to a positive, inclusive and well-regulated classroom environment. For primary-age children, the most effective evidence-based intervention for ODD is parent management training. Educators play an important role by maintaining regular, constructive communication with families about behaviour. While parent programs aren't mandatory, they offer practical strategies that can lead to positive outcomes at home and school. Involving behavioural specialists such as paediatricians, psychologists, or OTs can support these conversations by providing expert insights and promoting consistency across different settings. So, encouraging these open conversations about these supports can lead to more positive long-term outcomes for both the child's life at home and at school. Supporting students with oppositional defiance disorder requires a collaborative and inclusive approach, using evidence-based strategies involving behavioural specialists and maintaining open communication with families helps to create a learning environment where all students feel supported and capable. When teachers, families and specialists work together, we foster a more positive and inclusive classroom for everyone. Thank you for listening today. I hope you found this presentation to be helpful. Please don't hesitate to reach out and contact me if you have any questions or concerns.